Tuesday is the 70th anniversary of the beginning of the Battle of the Bulge in World War II.
Tonight in The Price of Freedom, Josh Rowe has a story about a Dalton man who was there, as well as several other major events in the war. Josh.
Kim and Calvin, Dalton's Willard Poteet is 97 years old. He was born in Murray County, Georgia in 1917, joined the Army in 1941.
I was about 26, sir, and I was in a reconnaissance outfit with the 4th Infantry Division.
Yeah.
And we went 11 months down through there fighting all the way from France from into Germany.
Stories that Willard Poteet has been telling for about 70 years now.
There's 17 B-17 bombers come across and bomb Berlin one day. You stand there and your britch legs shaking, them bombers fall.
Little bits of important moments of our nation's history that Willard saw with his own eyes. Those eyes saw some of the most well-known battles of World War II, such as Hurtgen Forest and the liberation of Paris.
I was the 3rd man in France, in Paris.
You were the 3rd man in Paris?
Yeah, in my Jeep. There's an armored car ahead of us, and then a Jeep, and then me.
The 2nd Armored Division advanced from the north. The 4th Infantry Division came in from the south. Willard's was one of the first American faces the Parisians saw.
They're just coming here, or hugging us, kissing us, you know.
He was at the Battle of the Bulge, but missed the most intense part of the fighting there.
We wasn't in the real battle. I wasn't. I was just around the edge. Didn't even know. I was surrounded. Didn't even know I was surrounded in there.
From there, Willard and his fellow soldiers made their way to Berlin.
Well, we got nearly to Berlin, and the German boys had done quit fighting by then. They was giving up.
He earned all of these medals during the war, earned a Bronze Star for capturing 6 German soldiers all by himself.
I was out walking down the street, and when I looked behind his building, and there was a bunch of German soldiers. I throwed my carbine on them, and they throwed up their hand.
When the war was over, he came home to North Georgia, Murray County first, but he's been here in Dalton for the last 65 years. He got married, raised a big family. Some people will tell you the people from Willard Poteet's generation are tougher than most of us. I asked him if growing up at that time made him that way.
It probably did. Probably did. Yeah.
Willard Poteet saw all that combat, was never injured, not one time. He told me he made it through, quote, without a scratch. We have about 1 million World War II veterans still with us. We lose about 550 every day. So
my goodness.
If you've got a World War II veteran in your family, give me a call, send me an email, Facebook, Twitter, any way you can get me, and let me know their story. I would love to tell as many stories as I possibly can about those World War II era veterans.
There is a finite number, and eventually that number will go down to 0.
Yeah, and there are some very tough people with some great stories out there.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear them.
Yeah.
6 German soldiers at once.
One. Yeah, got them all by himself.
There you go. Josh, thanks so much.
Yeah, Josh, thanks for sharing that story, definitely.